There's good odds if you made it to this page, you're getting ready to go do a little bit of archery hunting. Today we kind of wanted to come to you, do a little bit of a review on some of the broadheads that we have used over the years. We've killed deer with all of these broadheads. Never really tried them on turkeys very much. We just don't do much archery hunting for turkeys around here where we live, or traveling for archery turkeys. I mean, if we're going somewhere, we're going to take the old boomstick with us if we can. But that being said, let's jump right into it here. We're going to kind of do a little pro and con with each one of these. We're going to be doing a review on 3 mechanicals that I have always been pretty keen to. They all have their quirks, all have different things I don't like about them. But like I said, I've killed deer with all of these that I'm going to be showing you, and then we're going to kind of reveal into what we're going to be using this year, which we're looking forward to getting into that fixed blade broadhead game to get away from some of these cons of these other ones here. First off though, we have a Rage hypodermic. These broadheads come in after the original Rage. I was very impressed with these broadheads when they come out. I'm going to be honest with you though, I shot a couple deer with them, and they didn't open fully. I've never been really a fan of the lock collar of Rage. I liked it more when they had the rubber band on the original Rage. It seemed to suit me better just because I've always felt like this little collar that you can see down here at the bottom of this, if it gets hung in that, it's not going to open right. But I do like the design of this, but I would recommend running it with a rubber band, especially if you're shooting a bow that is going to be going in at less grains per inch or less heavy of an arrow, just because it's not going to get that force enough to push them blades out when it impacts skin. Especially any kind of yardage. At 20 yards, I mean, it'd probably blow through, but when you step on back, it would probably slow her down a little bit and wouldn't be able to get it open. But that is my major con for these. Besides the actual tip on the broadhead, as you can see there, it is very thin. You hit any kind of bone or anything with that, I can promise you it is going to bend it. We have tried it out. The blades are not always the best thing. I mean, I'm not exactly sure what these are made out of, but they are pretty thin, but they do come razor sharp, and they don't call it a hypodermic for nothing. It does do some damage. I mean, like I said, me and Austin have both killed deer with these here at Time Brothers. They work very well for a beginner archery hunter, just to not break the bank or anything like that. Stepping into some of these fixed blades, I understand it, they do get expensive. This right here, I would definitely give it a shot. They are very good broadheads. I'm not going to knock them. Like I said, Austin, that is one of his favorite all-time broadheads, being the original Rage. But moving on into the next one, it's one of my personal favorite broadheads of all time, and it's hard for me to go away with this because I know the damage that it does. But it's the Grim Reaper Whitetail Special 3 blade. It is a inch cut on each side, and I can tell you this broadhead right here will do some damage. You can see here, this one here itself has been through 2 deer. The blades are starting to get a little loose and a little floppy, but when you put it on an arrow and tighten her down, it does tighten up. I can tell you with the next broadhead we're going to review, the difference in what this is to me is that as soon as these hit anything, all they do is flop open. There is no restriction. You can see right there what the cutting mass is on this thing. It is incredible what they will do to deer. Trust me, if you watch some of our other videos, I know due to policies and stuff on YouTube, I couldn't post the actual damage of what it does, but I can promise you some of them quartering away shots, it's nasty. But there again, one of the downfalls of this, the tip on these is not very thick. You're running into any kind of bone or shoulder bone or anything like that, it is going to bend that tip over, which is kind of a downfall. I know all these broadheads have replacement parts. We have replaced all these blades and stuff on different ones over time, but I mean, like these, this is another broadhead. Personally, it's not going to break the bank. You can go down, pick them up. Local archery shop, most places have them now, just because they have become a major player in the broadhead game. They have all kinds of them. Very impressive. If you haven't ever checked out Grim Reaper, I would highly suggest it. Doing so, it's like I said, they are very, very sharp when they come out of the package. Just be careful when you open them up. Trust me, I learned that one the hard way. Into number 3 though, here we're coming back with probably one of the most in the professional hunting game that you see is this broadhead right here, the Swacker. And I'm gonna be completely honest, it is probably one of my least favorite of the ones I've ever shot and killed deer with, just because of this little guy right here. I am not a fan, as I spoke on the Grim Reaper there a while ago, of how these have to open and break through that band. It just seems to me when you are hunting, you do not want any kind of restriction that could possibly go wrong in something or a situation that has millions of scenarios that could already go wrong anyways. Being a deer hunter, it is just as responsible to put an ethical shot on a deer as you can. And I just don't agree with this band on these broadheads. But it is the only way that I've found to keep them in. I just don't like the design on how the things have to flip back to open up. I've shot these. I probably shot them for 6 or 7 years. Killed a couple of deer with them. It's just not my favorite design. Will they do the job? Yeah, they'll do the job. As they say on TV, you can hear the swack. But it's just not my favorite design, especially when I found that Grim Reaper broadhead to come in and kind of eliminate this band here that you can see. It is a major restriction to me as far as them blades opening. But that being said, now I put a shot or two on a deer with these that has went through the shoulder. It is impressive on what they can do. They do the cutting, they do the damage, but I know in particular Austin shot a deer when we were up in Ohio hunting a few years ago with one of these, and that broadhead, there's no way it ever opened fully. It was not ever a good blood trail, complete pass through of the deer. It just failed to open. It's pretty much the bleeders here, as you want to call it, sticking out. I believe is what caused the blood we did find on the deer. But moving right along, we're going to move into the broadhead we're going to be using this year, and we are very excited about it. The Magnus Black Hornet. Me and Austin have both decided to hunt with these. I know if you've been keeping up with our page, you have seen that we have been kind of harping in excitement on getting to shoot these. I shot them into a camera the other day, I know, just to kind of give you a little proof of what they will do. And by golly, these things are sharp. Good thing about these right here, lifetime warranty if something happens to it. The little bleeder blades on here, I can promise you they stay just as sharp as the big blades. We have really been excited into getting into this. The blades on this, and I'll tell you one reason why we're kind of leaning towards this is this, because of those little thin blades on those mechanical broadheads. I know you're going to be like, why is it you can go out and change them? This here, all I got to do is take the old knife sharpener, run her across the blades a couple of times, and she's right back as sharp as she was. I can tell you that for experience, because I did it to that one on the video the other day. But we are very excited to be able to hunt with these, get the results from them here, hopefully get some meat on the ground here in the next couple of weeks for you. Deer season's going to be opening up here in a couple of Saturdays, and we're ready to get in the woods. But these here, major pro for us is going to be the thickness of the blades, easiness to sharpen. Cons, I believe, is going to be I'm not sure. I think the only con is it kind of looks like a medieval weapon at the point right now. We haven't even, I haven't thought of anything that could be wrong with the thing. They all come out razor sharp out of the package. They are very good looking broadheads. But like I said, it looks like something come out of the medieval era. But we're ready to check them out, send them through a couple of deer here this season for you, hopefully. Get you some good footage, and hope you keep following our page. Please, if you haven't yet, go down and hit that like and subscribe button for us. We are trying to get our channel grow, keep bringing up different content for you. I know there's hundreds of broadhead videos out there, but we kind of want to give you our experiences with them too, and just show you kind of what we've done with them, be able to talk to you about what have experiences with these four, especially we've used for a long time. But like I said, if you haven't, hit that subscribe button for us. Be glad to comment back on any comments y'all leave. Wish you the best of luck this year. God bless you. We'll see you on the next one.